So consider the following C++ program in which the statements are in the incorrect order. Rearrange the statements so that it prompts the user to input the radius of a circle and outputs the area and circumference of the circle. So they give us the entire program that we'll need to do this. We just need to order it in the correct order. Paste this into my C++ terminal, and there it goes. A little jump it up. Okay. So first thing that stuck out to me was this curly bracket up here. So first thing I know is that after our main function is where the curly bracket should open. So I'll move this down. So it's our int main, and inside our main function is where the is inside the curly brackets is where our int main code should be. Now after that, I know we'll need to declare our variables first. But now that I'm looking at it, we also see this using namespace std, which needs to go first outside of our main function. So I'll move this up to where it should be. So we're going to have our header file. We're going to have whatever using namespace std, and then inside our main function is where we can reorder the rest of this code. So I'm going to space this out. I like it. It looks better this way to me. So now first we're going to need to declare our variables. So two of them here are the variables for radius and area. There is two more variables. One is a constant for what pi is, and the other is a variable for circumference. I might move this one up here so it just looks better. But then after that, I'm going to put it space. And next I would move when they initialize, or not initialize, but say what our variables are, these equations. No, actually, before you can do the equation, you have to know what the radius and circumference of the circles are. So they're going to need to ask what the radius is, and see in radius. That looks like that's in the right position. And then before we can, okay, and I don't know where this see out end line could stay right here. It's not stopping anything. Now I know here the return 0 goes at the end of the program, just so nothing keeps running it. That's where it goes. Now before you can see out area, you need to say what area is, and to do that you're going to need to move this area equation above so you can find what area is with the radius that you just inputted. So now we can solve for area, and we can see out area, and before we can solve for circumference now once we input the radius and see out what the circumference is. So this inline here can stay right here. It's not hurting or ending anything. So this is one order that our program can be in. I'll run it. Enter radius. Let's say radius is 10. Our area is 314, and our circumference is 62.8, and it works. Once we put radius in, we could move all the equations up together. So area and circumference are together. And after that, we just see out what our area is, and you see out what your circumference is, and that runs. you put in 10, and that works. It works the exact same. So main thing to know, you need your header file, you need using your namespace std before your main function, and in your main function there are curly brackets and your code goes inside those curly brackets. In that code you need to declare what your variables are first, what their data type and what their name is. And for the variables that you don't have equal to anything, you would need to input what those values are before you do anything with those variables. And once you have a value for the variable, you can compute what the other variables are with the value inputted and then print what you found. And that would be that for question number 5 of the chapter 2 of C++ programming.